It's going to get us started tonight. Now, our Doug Collins is doing double duty. In the three-point shootout, it always seems to be the climactic moment of All-Star Saturday night. And a big change. The legends, the old guys have given way to the Schick Rookies game, something we're very excited about. It's going to get us started tonight. Now, our Doug Collins is doing double duty, coaching one of the rookie teams along with K.C. Jones. And let's go to Doug Collins right now. And Doug has an assistant on the bench with him you'll recognize as rookie Bobby Hurley.
Thanks, Bob. Neil. Well, it's sure great to see Bobby Hurley here tonight. Bobby, first of all, how do you feel?
I'm good. I'm starting to get better. Every day I feel like I'm making progress. So I'm looking forward to getting back out on the court, and this is nice to be here.
Does this make you want to get back out on the court being around this? I know sometimes the tendency is to try to withdraw a little bit. Does this get you excited to get back into the NBA once again?
Definitely. I think this should help my rehab next week, and it should make things go quicker, and it should make things go better.
It's great to see Bobby Hurley. He and I got work to do now. He's my assistant. So back to you, Bob and Hubie.
Okay, thanks, Doug. Don't sweat through that suit. We remember when he was with the Bulls. Hubie, this rookie game, Hardaway, Weber, Kukoc, Bradley, a lot of stars here, and an interesting ball game.
Well, 16 very talented people, Bob, 5 of which played last year over in Europe, and then you had Sean Bradley on a sabbatical for 2 years. All-star games are always dominated by the 3 outside positions. The ball handlers, the guys who break you down. Why? Because you lack the organization. Players are playing out of position. But it should be a lot of fun. America will get a chance to see an awful lot of talented people that they've only heard about this year.
And the slam dunk, I said there's been a little change with hip-hop added to it. First of all, the field has been reduced to 6 competitors, and they're adding some music and changing the routine a bit.
Yeah, well, I like what they're doing. Favorites at the outset, Isaiah Ryder and also Sean Kemp. The other 4 guys, they're going to have to rise to the occasion.
Look out for James Robinson, the youngster from Alabama. He's only 6'2", but he has springs in his legs. And Mark Price, back to defend his title in the three-point shootout, almost always the climactic event of the evening.
Well, it's going to be exciting because we have the premier shooters. When you just think back 5 years ago, we only had 6 people averaging over 40%. Now we're pushing 15 players are shooting right around that 40% mark, and we have the cream of the class here this evening.
Speak cream of the crop is Craig Sager. Craig will be roaming all over the Target Center with interviews and insights. Greg, what do you have for us?
Well, as you mentioned, the rising stars will be shining tonight. One of them, Chris Webber, with me. Now, Chris, the youngest player in the NBA, is only 20 years old. A year ago, playing at Michigan, getting ready to the Final Four. Any comparison between the Final Four and All-Star Weekend?
Well, the Final Four is a lot more pressure-filled. This is fun. If you lose this game, you lose it, and you get judged on the whole season. But the Final Four, a ring is much more important than an All-Star game.
What about getting here? We heard reports you're snowbound in New York.
Oh, yeah, New York is something awful. You know, we got snowed in. We on the runway for like 4 hours, so it was tough getting here, but I'm glad we got here. We're going to have fun today.
What can we expect in this game? Is it a chance to showcase individual talents, or have you had time to work together to have some plays as a team?
You work together, but you got to remember, we're all fans of the game. So I'm a fan of J.R. Ryder, Anthony Hardaway. I want to see them do the spectacular things, so I think it's going to be a fun game.
A lot of fans of Chris Webber. Have a good night.
All right, thanks a lot for having me.
Okay, Bob?
Don't worry, Doug Collins and K.C. Jones have seen it all. K.C. won 2 championships at Boston, and of course in Chicago, Doug Collins coached the man, Michael Jordan. It'll be a fun game, and we'll get to introduce the players and the coaches in just a moment when we return to the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota for All-Star Saturday night. Back to the Target Center in Minneapolis, a beautiful new facility. The home of the Timberwolves with Christian Laettner and Isaiah Ryder and company. Struggling young franchise team in the NBA, and a couple of the Minnesota Timberwolves will be playing in this ball game tonight. We'll be meeting the team and the coaches. The Phenoms, as they are called, will be coached by Doug Collins, our Doug Collins, as you look at Tony Kukoc. And the Sensations will be coached by K.C. Jones. And interestingly enough, there's K.C. Jones, a couple of world championships at Boston. The thing I remember most about K.C. Jones, he played for the Celtics 9 years, and his first 8 years with the Celtics, they won world championships. That might spoil a player.
Well, it was nice that he had 2 more as a coach, so that he has 1 for each finger. All right, so
10 rings.
Yeah, Casey's been in a few pressurized situations in his day.
I would say so. It'll be interesting to get his view after the ball game of these players, getting to see them in the rookies game. This game is replacing the Legends game. The NFL, NHL, NBA Players Association got together to make the decisions on this, that they would be able to put these two teams together and give the charity to the retirement fund. And now let's meet the players and the coaches tonight, and let's go to PA announcer Bill Westland.
And now, please welcome the competitors in the inaugural Schick Rookie Game, presented as a joint effort of the NBA and the NBA Players Association. Playing for the Sensations. All rookies in scoring and minutes played. He helped the University of Kentucky to the NCAA Final Four last season. From the Dallas Mavericks, the Monster Mash, Jamal Mashburn. This all-around forward has been a major contributor for the Cleveland Cavaliers. As a college senior, he was named Pac-10 Player of the Year after leading Arizona to another conference championship. Chris Mills. This hustling forward returned from a year in Europe to become one of the best rookie shot blockers in the league. He's a force up front for the New Jersey Nets, P.J. Brown. This forward was named National College Player of the Year last season after a standout career at Indiana University. One of the top rookie scorers in the NBA from the Washington Bullets, Calbert Cheaney. This talented point guard has started every game this season as the new director of the Los Angeles Lakers offense. He leads the team in assists and three-pointers, Nick Van Exel. This towering center has already become one of the top shot blockers in the NBA. Standing 7'6", he can dunk a basketball without leaving his feet. From the Philadelphia 76ers, Sean Bradley. A 6'8" rebounding machine who has become the chairman of the boards for the Dallas Mavericks. As a college senior, he led the nation in rebounding in 1992. Ron Popeye Jones. This gifted guard is only 21 years old, but already one of the best all-around players in the NBA. He brings excitement to one of the league's best young teams. From the Orlando Magic, Anthony Penny Hardaway. Coaching the Sensations, a man who owns more championship rings than he has fingers, Hall of Famer, K.C. Jones.
K.C. Jones, quite the player in his own right. He played with the Celtics during glory years. K.C. Jones dishing off. He not only played with some great players, but he coached some great players at Boston, of course, in the era of the McHales and the Dennis Johnsons, and Larry Bird won 2 championships in the 80s with the Boston Celtics, and he'll be coaching these youngsters here tonight.
And now, playing for the Phenoms, the youngest player in the NBA and the first pick of the 1993 NBA Draft. He's already a force in the middle for the Golden State Warriors, leading all rookies in rebounds and slam dunks, Chris Webber. This relentless rebounder hustled his way into the NBA after playing 3 seasons in Europe. He's one of the league's top rebounders. From the Indiana Pacers, Antonio Davis. This exciting young point guard reminds many of his idol and mentor, and now teammate Isaiah Thomas. From the Detroit Pistons, Lindsey Hunter. After helping the Croatian national team to a silver medal at the 1992 Summer Olympics, this versatile forward is now helping the Chicago Bulls chase another championship. Toni Kukoc. Selected late in the 1993 NBA Draft, this forward's defense and rebounding earned him a spot in the starting lineup of the Utah Jazz. A former star for Long Beach State University, Brian Russell. Also for the Croatian national Olympic team. This talented forward was the NBA's Rookie of the Month for November, ranking among the top newcomers in scoring, rebounding, and field goal percentage. From the Boston Celtics, Dino Radja. Point guard with a sweet shooting touch. He plays a key role on one of the NBA's best teams. He already holds a team record for the most three-pointers by a rookie. From the Houston Rockets, Sam Cassell. From your Minnesota Timberwolves, a powerful young player who is fast becoming one of the most explosive scorers in the NBA. He's dazzled you throughout the season with his spectacular play, Isaiah Rider. Tonight, due to injury, this point guard led all rookies in assists through the first 2 months of the season. We are honored to have him here and wish him all the best for a complete recovery. From the Sacramento Kings, Bobby Hurley. Coaching the Phenoms, a four-time NBA All-Star and former head coach of the Chicago Bulls, Doug Collins.
And you may notice a similarity here in the young Chris Collins from Duke and Doug with the 76ers. Of course, Chris doesn't have the gold chain. These were during the years in Chicago. Doug thought he had lost the game he wanted in there with young son Chris. And, of course, now our commentator on TNT. And he'll be coaching the Phenoms here tonight, and you're looking at them. Hubie, if you had to pick one, which best team?
Are you kidding? Come on. You're going to put me on a spot in an all-star game?
Let's go. Let you go with Casey. I'll go with Doug. Now, I'll get you back to that in a moment. Performing the national anthem here at the Target Center is George Wesley Jr., an 11-year-old fifth grader from Oklahoma City. Most recently appeared on nationally syndicated Star Search 94. This is George Wesley Jr.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
George Wesley Jr. When I was 11, I was trading ball cards. He's almost a concert performer. We'll be back here for the first annual Schick Rookies game after this.